Did you ever fell asleep and dreamed about which bear species is truly the strongest of them all? Yes? No? Well, it does not matter, because in this video we are going to rank all the bear species based on their power level. We will compare them to each other to decide how strong every bear is compared to the other bear species. Which bear will take the crown? Let's find out together. Let's start this ranking by talking about the panda. Compared to some other bear species, the giant panda is relatively smaller and has a more herbivorous diet. Adult males typically weigh between 85 to 125 kilograms, while adult females are generally smaller, weighing between 70 to 100 kilograms. The length of a giant panda can range from 1.2 to 1.5 meters, and they stand around 75 to 90 centimeters tall at the shoulder. Pandas have sharp, strong claws that are adapted for climbing trees. These claws are important for their lifestyle in the wild, helping them climb bamboo trees and strip the leaves to eat. However, the claws of a panda are not as sharp, long and robust in comparison to other bear species. Their bite force is also relatively low compared to some other bears. Pandas are generally gentle and docile. They are way less aggressive than every other bear species. Their lower size and weight, as well as their lower bite force, their not-so-sharp claws and lower aggression, compared to other bears of course, make the panda one of the weakest members of the bear species. In Kung Fu Panda, the panda, or Po I should say, might be one of the strongest. But in real life, no chance. Maybe he is not supposed to be the dragon warrior after all. Let us continue with the sun bear, shall we? Sun bears are the smallest of the bear species. They typically have a body length ranging from 1 to 1.2 meters and stand about 70 centimeters tall at the shoulder. Adult sun bears usually weigh between 27 to 65 kilograms. Sun bears have long, curved claws that are well adapted for climbing trees. These claws help them navigate their forest habitat and extract insects, honey, and tree bark from the branches. They have strong jaws and teeth. Sun bears are omnivores, and their diet includes a variety of food items such as insects, fruits, small vertebrates, and vegetation. Sun bears are generally considered to be shy and reclusive, but like any wild animal, they can display aggression when provoked or cornered. But where does the sun bear rank compared to the other bears? Well, I don't see the sun bear being much stronger than the panda. He may be even weaker because of his much lower size and weight. But because of the sun bear's omnivorous diet, they have a higher bite force, which they need to tear through the flesh of the prey. But that alone doesn't really make the sun bear stronger. I would put it about the same power level as the panda. Seems like the sun isn't shining for the sun bear today. Now let's move on to the sloth bear. Adult sloth bears typically have a body length ranging from 1.2 to 1.5 meters. They stand about 0.6 to 0.9 meters tall at the shoulder. The weight of an adult sloth bear can vary, with males weighing between 90 to 140 kilograms and females generally being smaller. Sloth bears have long, curved and powerful claws that are well adapted for digging, which is their primary method of obtaining food. While these claws are not as large as those of some other bear species, they are still formidable tools for breaking open termite mounds and excavating insect nests. Among all bears, the sloth bear has one of the weakest bites because they eat termites and other soft food. While physically being not much stronger than a panda or a sun bear, the sloth bear is known to be more unpredictable and potentially way more aggressive compared to other bear species. They can be highly territorial, especially around food sources. For this reason, I am giving the sloth bear a higher power level than the panda and sun bear. Let's continue with the Asian black bear. Asian black bears typically measure around 1.2 to 1.8 meters in body length. Their shoulder height ranges from 0.6 to 0.9 meters. Adult Asian black bears generally weigh between 68 to 90 kilograms. The largest Asian black bear on record allegedly weighed 200 kilograms. As all bears, they have strong and sharp claws, but they are not as sharp as those of some other bear species. However, they are sharper than the claws of a panda and sun bear. Asian black bears have a bite force of around 550 pounds per square inch, which is not as high as the bite force of a brown bear or a polar bear, but it is higher than that of a panda, sun bear and sloth bear. Asian black bears are generally considered less aggressive than some other bear species, such as grizzly bears or polar bears. In terms of power level, the Asian black bear ranks higher than the other three bears because of their size, higher bite force and sharper claws. Let me now talk about the American black bear quickly, because there are not many differences between the Asian black bear and the American black bear. American black bears are more massive than their Asian counterparts and have a higher bite force, ranging around 800 pounds per square inch. However, the American black bear has shorter and less sharper claws than the Asian black bear. This is because they are adapted for digging and foraging, while the claws of Asian black bears are adapted for climbing trees. But nevertheless, I think that the American black bear's power level is a bit higher than that of the Asian black bear, just because they are more massive and have a higher bite force. Let us now continue with the real powerhouses, starting off with the grizzly bear. Grizzly bears are some of the largest subspecies of brown bear. Their total body length ranges from 2 to 2.4 meters, and they stand 1 to 1.3 meters tall at the shoulder. On average, grizzly bears weigh between 300 and 400 kilograms, with some individuals weighing even more. They have long, powerful claws that can reach lengths of up to 10 centimeters. These claws are curved and well suited for digging, tearing apart vegetation, and catching prey. With a bite force that ranges from 975 to 1,200 pounds per square inch, the grizzly bear has one of the most powerful bites of all bear species. Grizzlies are considered to be more aggressive than most other bear species like the black bear. Combined with their sharp claws, high bite force and sheer mass, they are truly a force not to be reckoned with. In comparison to the other bear species we talked about until now, the grizzly bear is much stronger. After talking about the grizzly bear, we also need to talk about the Kodiak bear. Both the grizzly and the Kodiak are subspecies of the brown bear, but they share many similarities. Now the question arises, how much stronger or maybe weaker is the Kodiak compared to a grizzly? I'm going to make it quick, because as already mentioned, there are not that many differences between both bears. Kodiak bears are generally larger than grizzlies, and they also weigh more. However, the average bite force of a Kodiak bear is considered to be a bit lower than that of a grizzly bear. The average bite force of a Kodiak is considered to be around 1,100 pounds per square inch, whereas the bite force of a grizzly ranges around 1,200 pounds per square inch. Grizzly bears are known to be more aggressive when defending their territory or cubs, whereas Kodiak bears are generally less confrontational. To summarize everything quickly, the Kodiak wins in size and weight. The grizzly wins in bite force and aggression. But who do I think is stronger now? Well, in my opinion, I think both bears are pretty even. The Kodiak could have an upper hand because of his sheer mass and size, while the grizzly could have an upper hand because of his aggression and high bite force. So in terms of power level, they are pretty similar, at least for me. But feel free to share your opinion of who do you think is stronger between both these bears. Last but not least, we have the polar bear. An adult male polar bear is between 2.4 to 3 meters in length and stands about 1.3 to 1.5 meters tall at the shoulder, making the polar bear the largest of all bears. They weigh between 350 and 680 kilograms, which makes them also one of the heaviest of all bear species. The claws of polar bears are one of the sharpest because they are adapted for gripping the slippery surface on ice. With a bite force of 1,200 pounds per square inch, the polar bear has the strongest bite of all bear species. Out of all bear species, polar bears are considered to be the most aggressive of them all, which makes them one of the most deadly predators. A polar bear will not hesitate to attack a human. The food supply in the Arctic is very limited, so a starving polar bear will not think twice to get himself a little snack. When humans get too close to polar bears' habitat, if the bears are hungry, or if a female mother polar bear is with her cubs, and when they feel threatened, they attack, which can sometimes lead to fatalities. I don't think I need to explain further that the polar bear is the strongest bear for all these reasons. He stands above all other bears and his power level is much higher. Do you agree with the ranking? Or do you think that a bear species deserves to be higher on this list, or has to be even lower? Let me know in the comments down below. Make sure to watch the next video right here, where we rank all big cat species in terms of power level. Thank you for watching, and I will see you guys there.